So Cam, what do you reckon? Are you 80% now, 75%? Where do you think you are in terms of your comeback after a year on?
Yeah, I think it's still hard to put a finger on it exactly where I am, but at the moment I'm just enjoying my footy and loving being back and taking it week by week. So all positive so far.
How are you feeling out there?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Probably better than I expected. Running out games, I thought probably first couple of JOT games I struggled to run out a game, but sort of week by week building on my endurance, and I feel like I'm going right.
Felt like you got further up the ground as well and were able to push back a lot more. Is it just the confidence to run, knowing you're not going to gas yourself? Is that coming now?
Yeah, definitely. It's I guess footy's a confidence game, so once you build confidence, you can go anywhere with that.
And your marking, is that the last thing to click in? Do you think that'll be because you're starting to grab them, but not all of them at the moment?
Yeah. Obviously had a bit of a mare against the Bulldogs and dropped a few, but yeah, sort of starting. Hopefully can climb a few more.
Cam, what was it like, obviously trailing by 3 points with a minute and a half left, and all of a sudden you read it off the back of the pack and you go through and your hand to foot was pretty quick. What do you remember of it?
Yeah, it was wasn't too stressful out there. It was, we knew we put in the work and we could run our game, so I reckon everyone's pretty cool heads out there. So yeah, it was just good to get it inside 50, and I was pretty lucky to get it out of the back and just get it on the foot just in time.
For a big fella like yourself, I mean, I don't know if too many are giving you credit, but to get it from hand to foot, did you have much time to think about it? Was it all basically instinct?
No, it was all basically instinct. I thought for a second maybe try to do like a Daniel Wells, sort of like Jackie Chan kick back in the day. I thought that for a second, but I thought I'd just bring it to ground. And Vince came out of nowhere and got me just right at the end, but I was lucky enough to get a foot on it and just got a little toe on it.
What has a win like that done for the group? I mean, the first 2 weeks obviously really struggled, but what's been the big difference in the group in the past fortnight?
I think we've just taken so much confidence out of the Bulldogs game, and just our pressure acts and just pressure around the footy. To beat the reigning premiers was massive. Then to go over to Melbourne and do the same against Melbourne D's, who are a quality side, and they're going to be pretty good and go deep in the finals, I think, this year. So we're taking massive confidence out of that, and we're just going to keep going forward, and that's all we can do.
Are you surprised that Melbourne's in that last centre break that they didn't, like they basically set up wrongly at the last? You pushed all your guys back, and you were sort of out there on your own, weren't you, against the rest of them? But they still loaded up their back line.
Yeah, I guess. When we're out there playing, you don't really think about that sort of stuff. Everyone's sort of freaking out, and we just try to get heaps of people behind the ball. So yeah, I wasn't really thinking too much about that.
What was the instructions if you won the ball in that? Obviously, Kirsten got one possession with 80 out and kicked out of bounds, and that made it deliberate. Was the intent to get that ball out of bounds for you guys to prevent them from getting the ball went through from behind? Is that what you would normally try to do?
No, we haven't really talked about it too much. I think, but as anyone would do, getting the ball, you just want to kick it forward. You don't want to sort of muck around with it in the middle of the ground. So if we got it forward and could just hold up, maybe get a few stoppages in our forward 50, that'd be beneficial. But yeah, unfortunately it went out and we got paid deliberate, so they went up there and had another chance.
He looked like he was having a shot though, didn't he? I mean, it was bizarre how they called it deliberate.
Yeah. I guess you could sort of argue the point that you're having a shot, but I guess in the heat of the moment, the umpires are under a bit of pressure as well.
Cam, how about the forward line mix-up? Obviously now, no Matthew Pavich, I know you didn't play with him, but David Mundy started down there this week and kicked 3 goals, and then Lachie Neale floating, and same with Fife. Are you enjoying having those midfielders coming in and helping you out? Yeah,
it's unreal to have those quality of players sort of coming in, resting up there, I guess, but still being dangerous as they are in the midfield. So to have nearly Mundy and Fife coming through, it's unreal, and when they put pressure on the scoreboard as well and kick a few goals, it's always going to help.
Has that sort of been a bit of a focus to help you guys, give you a bit of a chop out that those goal-scoring midfielders are obviously needing to stand up?
Yeah, I guess so, but I guess that they're also big body mids that can come down and play key posts forward, so it helps us down there for sure.
Just back on that match winner, you paid a bit of a price, didn't you? Physically, did you? I mean, no, you probably didn't think that would happen, but at the end of it, that hurt you, didn't it? The tackle from Vince.
Yeah, it hurt me a little bit, but I was all right. I think I was more buggered and just stuff, but yeah, I was sort of happy to get it. The adrenaline was kicking in.
Yeah, Michael Walters back in the gym today, not training with the group. Is there anything wrong there?
No, nothing to worry about. A lot of boys miss out on training, like the first training session of the week, but main training's on Thursday, so I'm sure we'll be out there for that.
How's Stephen Hill feeling? Obviously got the whack leg during that game. What's his progression at the moment?
No, I haven't really seen Stephen too much, but I'm sure he'll be out there Thursday training. So yeah, a lot of boys miss first week of training for our first session of the week.
Do you feel like there's any less pressure on you guys now? You know, there's a couple of losses to start off with and a couple of wins under your belt now. You can kind of settle in and just move through?
No, not at all. We're sort of just taking it week by week, and we're not thinking too far ahead to the end of the season. We're just taking it week by week, and if we can keep winning games of footy, it's going to be a bonus. But as long as we bring the same pressure we've been bringing the last 2 weeks, we'll be competitive for most games.
And you mentioned before that you're really enjoying your footy. Is this the happiest you've been playing?
Yeah, definitely. It's the happiest I've been, and I'm in a real good space at the moment, and yeah, can't be happier.
How's it different playing, living at home rather than being away? What does it do for your week, your lifestyle, all
Yeah.
that stuff?
Just gives me balance between football and social life as well, you know, being able to go home to family and friends and speak to people, hang out with people outside of a football club where you can sort of get away and it's not all football. That's been massive for me and sort of just balances it out beautifully. So yeah, when I come in, I'm at the club, I'm giving 100%, I'm loving my time here, but then can get away and go home and catch up with family and friends as well.
Harley had another setback on the weekend. How's the players responded to that, and what's their sort of view on Harley at the moment?
Yeah, it's been tough. Obviously, you know, anyone being in rehab for that long of time, it's going to take a toll on you. But like Ross and Chris Bond said, we're supportive of Harley. We're up behind him, and it has been tough for him. But we know we get through, and yeah, we come back better than ever.
Are you confident that he will play football this year and even again at all for Fremantle?
Yeah, I haven't got too much of a say. I'm not a medical staff or anything, but I know every single one of us playing group is hoping he gets up for the year and can have an impact for us.
Some have sort of questioned his attitude to football and whether he's, you know, taking the right steps to get him back. From what you've seen of Harley, is he doing everything possible? Yeah,
I think from an outside perspective, not many people see how much hard work Harley puts in. You know, he's been in rehab for a very long time, and that does take his toll on you. But he rocks up every time and does what he's told and gets his rehab done. So he's probably one of the hardest trainers we have at the club, and has a real good work ethic. So yeah, we don't question that at all.
The decision to drink while injured, this raised a lot of talking points. What is the policy when you're injured in terms of alcohol in the club?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It's different for every club, but yeah, I'm not going to go into it because there's nothing to say for me to say. But we know Harley's a good football player. He's a great kid, and you know he has a lot of mates here, and everyone respects him, and everyone's behind him.
If you were to be injured, would you have a couple of beers, or do you think you'd probably stay off it?
No, it depends on the extent of the injury, but yeah. And again, like it's not my point to call.
Anzac, again, Lee Hall game this week for the club. I know it's obviously your first one, but what's the Anzac experience and the Glen Hall game mean to everyone?
Yeah, it's obviously a massive honour to play in front of a crowd and represent and honour the Anzacs, the past, the fawn, and the present now, still representing the country away and where they are and stuff like that. But you know, it's a massive game, but I guess people say footy and war is sort of similar in a way, but it's not at all. You know, they're out doing a totally different job, and they're out paying the price and working hard for our country, and we're just playing a game of footy. And if we can honour them by doing that, by just playing a game of footy for 2 hours on a weekend, then you know, that's pretty special for us.
Any links with your family?
No, not at all. But I'm sure it's important to a lot of boys around the whole AFL this weekend and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend.